think Matt's focus was not really on rugby per se, but my accent and personality and persona. The first time we met was I cooked dinner for them at my house, and he arrived. He knocked on the door. I opened the door on my apron. Still, he looked up and he said to me, "I'm much bigger on screen," and we gave each other a hug. Obviously, he would have been studying the game of rugby. He asked a little bit about what rugby, sort of the finer details. And we went to the gym one day, and they were doing beach muscles, the weights, loose standing weights. And I said, actually, how, in the amateur days, how we train is we fought for the rugby ball. So I gave him a rugby ball. Well, I took a rugby ball and I said, "Come and take it off me." So he fought for it for a while, and you get knackered. And then I said, "Okay, you hold the ball and I'll take it from you," which I then did because of those techniques. But it was more a focus on basically my accent, to get that right. His voice coach also spent time with me, because I think a South African Afrikaans accent is very, very difficult to get right. Absolutely. I didn't know what he wanted to ask me. I didn't know what I was going to say. But immediately, I was sitting in the waiting room and I heard his booming voice. Madiba's got such a booming voice, and he opened the door and, Francois, and he walked and he started speaking to me in Afrikaans. So immediately he set me at ease, and we felt comfortable in his presence. He's just got this aura, and he's so humble, it's infectious. I think Ollie Leroux, he was a young hooker then playing for Natal, and the guy that played with me, Johan Leroux, notorious for nibbling Sean Fitzpatrick's ear. Remember, he got that 2-year ban. And Johan Leroux always tried to intimidate his opposition. And before the scrum went down, this is his young Ollie Leroux, and he said to him, "Welcome to hell," he said to young Ollie. Before Ollie went and sat down, he said, "And meet the devil himself." It was just a quick comment. We had tough initiations. We had to stop it when I became captain of South Africa. We sat with the coach and we decided that to become a Springbok is an honour. The way they initiated the guys beforehand was a painful experience, and sometimes it was almost degrading. So we had to change it to make it more of an austere occasion where people will feel proud to wear the Springbok jersey. Well, quite a lot of beating that took place. The worst was we had to stand and hold a chair while the rest of the team would give you a smack on the bum, and they would do that 2 or 3 times. So the next day you wouldn't be able to sit. You were so sore, and you had to play that weekend. Fortunately, I was on the flank, so nobody had to pack in the scrum behind me. Otherwise, I don't know if I would have been able to take it. Yeah, it's long, but there's also this incident where somebody has lost the sight of his eye, and it needs to be stamped out. The game is a physical game, but it should be played within the laws of the game, and there's no room for eye gouging whatsoever. I've got the worst voice imaginable when we learned to sing the South African anthem, which is 5 languages. The first time I sang it from the pit of my stomach. When we watched the game afterwards and my voice came up, I was so embarrassed. I just decided I'm going to tone it down. So no, I'll stick to playing a bit of golf, which I love in my spare time, and watching the game. I think the French team would, under a sort of new regime and new style of play, is going to be exciting to see them perform.